Welcome to the Untrapped Podcast, where we're motivated and inspired about success, small business, and personal development. And now, Keith Kalfin.
Bro, we just traveled all the way to Kentucky to meet with Coach Carroll from Carroll Media. Bro runs 2 7-figure businesses remotely out here in the middle of pure. This is nice out here, bro. Thanks for being on my show. We got 12 questions on our shop tour series right now for DJ. Let's go. Let's get right into it. Question number 1, DJ. So who are you? What is your business? What do you do? And who do you do it for?
Yeah, man. So I appreciate you having me on. What up, guys? My name's Coach Carroll online. You guys can find me anywhere, #Coach Carroll. I'm just an entrepreneur, man. I'm 36. I've been an entrepreneur half the years I've been alive. So 18 years since my senior year in high school. I've got a tech company. I've got a blue collar company. I've got about $3.5 million worth of real estate, rental property, Section 8. And so I work for anybody between the young hustler that's just starting out and getting started in the world of entrepreneurship. But we also work with some of the largest State Farm, Allstate, and Farmers agents all across the U.S. And recently we're expanding into real estate too. So I've done lunch and learns in the past couple months for Keller Williams, Remax, and also Century 21. So.
Yeah. So you built a whole service business doing a soft washing, pressure washing. Then you built a Facebook, an ads agency that serves.
Which is now actually switched into an AI platform that automates a lot of it. We actually picked up 65% efficiency increase in operations last quarter alone because we're utilizing the power of AI, which I know a lot of you guys are using too.
Bro, can't wait to learn more. Let's get to question number 2. Let's go. All right, bro. Let's get right into question number 2. So what's the most amount of revenue your business or combined businesses has produced in a single year so far?
So, I've been doing this for 18 years. This will actually be our biggest year. So we'll do about $4.5 million this year.
Wow, bro. Love it. And what percentage of the businesses is what?
So the ad tech company is probably 50% of that. The real estate is probably another 35%, and then the rest is the blue collar business.
Love it. Let's learn more. Question number 3. This is so dope. Bro's got a gym in the studio, the digital man cave. Question number 3. So how did you even come up with the idea for your business?
Yeah, so I actually turned down 8 football scholarships my senior year of high school. I was going to be a chemical engineer and start mowing grass, just like a lot of your all's subscribers. And I was making about $4,000 a month by the time I graduated high school, and I don't come from much like you, and it's like I don't want to be broke again. So I started the business, and that then evolved into figuring out how to run Facebook ads for my own service business. And then from there, I went to my State Farm agent, and I was like, hey, you should try this. Let me do this for a month. He was like, cool, let's do it. Gave me $500. I tried it out. He was like, dude, you got a business here. You need to go help agents. And so now we've helped over 1,000 insurance agents all across the U.S.
Oh. So at what point did you decide to go all in and ramp it up?
Yeah, there are 3 big distinct features with the advertising technology business that are missing in my blue collar business. So 1, I'm not geographically bound, right? A service business, you basically have a small area that you work in. I do business all across the U.S. 2, there's no seasonality. I do business year round versus in a limited number of months. And 3, most importantly, recurring revenue. We have monthly recurring revenue, whether we sell new business or not. Those 3 factors were enough for me to say, okay, let's go take this thing.
Oh, that's amazing. Dude, this is where you host the Sales Factory podcast, bro. You got to listen to it. Question number 4. What is the number 1 organizational strategy you found that makes you most effective in your business?
This is out of all the questions, this is the one I'm most excited about because this is a strategy I actually created myself. This is a Coach Carroll original. I fly airplanes, and in an airplane, there's a formula that says if you're 1 degree off course over an hour, it puts you 5 miles off your destination, right? And so I created this process in our businesses called heading adjustments. So my director of HR every month has a one-on-one with each team member, and we do what's called a heading adjustment. So we're trying to adjust their heading if they're off course. We ask them about course correction and barriers. We ask them to give a job satisfaction score to us so that we know how happy they are in their job. We ask them to identify what their most aligned core value was, right? Our core values are growth, innovation, velocity, and excellence. And so my head of HR sits down every single month and does this assessment or this alignment with each one of my team members. It's amazing. My team members now don't get mad for 3 months and then just quit out of nowhere. If something happens, I can play whack-a-mole as soon as it pops up.
This makes me so excited for one of the future questions. We're going to be on each other's podcasts, so go on the Sales Factory podcast and mine, the Untrapped podcast. And we're doing a podcast as well. Put all the links in the description below to all his stuff too. Let's get to question number 5. Let's go. Bro, you got one of those walking treadmills? I got to get one of these, man.
Yeah, man. If you don't have your health, you don't have your wealth, right? That's what they say. So, but let's hop into this, man. Let's not keep these people waiting. What's the next question?
Question number 5, one of my favorite questions. What's the top 3 books that have impacted your life and business?
Yeah, man, I love reading. I'm a student. I'm also dyslexic, and so I do audiobooks. So these are my 3 top. The first one is the Ultimate Jim Rohn Library. This is like a $90 book collection on Audible, but if you got the subscription, it's only 1 credit. So nice little hack there. The second one is Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. If you think Think and Grow Rich is good, you got to read Outwitting the Devil. That one's even better. And then the last one is actually not a business book at all. It's called The Accidental Superpower, but it gives you a world view of, like, since World War II, how America and China are kind of the world superpowers. And it helps you kind of understand everything that's going on in the world right now.
What was the name of the Jim Rohn again?
The Ultimate Jim Rohn Library.
Dude, I'm getting that for sure, bro. Love it.
Yeah, man.
Question number 6. One quick thing. This is fire. So what do you do here?
So this is where I run the command center from. I call this the command center, and so it's all hooked up, Apple TVs, everything's squared away, and I can run all the business from here. Actually, before you guys got here this morning, I was talking to a new team member possibly. I was doing an interview. He's from Morocco. So we actually have team members on every single continent except for Antarctica now, and it's just the world that we live in now. With the internet, the world is flat. Like, not crazy like you're gonna fall off the edge flat, but like it's flat meaning that you can reach people all over. And so this is Command Central, and where I run all the operations from.
Good for you, bro.
Hey, Untrapped podcast listeners. You transform properties, but getting consistent clients can be tough. How do you get more eyes on your amazing outdoor services? Footbridge Media specializes in helping contractors like you dominate your local market online. They build professional, optimized websites that convert visitors into leads, handling everything from design and SEO to review management. Stop being trapped by a lack of leads. Grow your home service business with a strong online presence. Open your browser and visit footbridgemedia.com/Keith today.
All right, question number 6, DJ. Man, we've been friends since like when?
2017, 2016?
This was 2015.
2015?
Equip Expo we met.
Yeah. Jeez.
Dude, you're a great friend to me, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
I got
Same.
a question for you. It's one of my favorites. What's something you know now that you wish you knew a long time ago?
This one's easy, man. Pay to get ahead. Like, don't... the best way I can put this is stop negotiating the price of your success. Hire the mentor, hire the coach, buy the course, go to the event, pay to get the knowledge that people already have. That you can make quantum leaps inside of your business. And I would be light years ahead of where I am now, which is not a bad spot, but I could be so much further ahead if I would have just paid to play back in the day. And again, I get it. Like, you don't have money, but if I would have thrown stuff on credit cards, man, the ROI would have been there. Again, what are you buying? Are you buying an appreciating asset or a depreciating asset? I think knowledge is one of the fastest appreciating assets you can purchase.
That's so fire, bro. Remember that. Write that down. Bro, So good.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's get to the next question.
All right.
Question number 7. Bro, what's the number one piece of advice you would give to someone who's just getting started in their business?
Piggybacks on the last one, man. Get a coach. And if you're starting out brand new, your coach can come from books, YouTube videos, podcasts. You don't necessarily have to get somebody one-on-one, but you do need a coach. Entrepreneurship is such a lonely sport. Don't get stuck on an island, man. Get somebody in your corner that's been to where you want to go, so that you can achieve things faster.
That's fire. Let's go to question number 8 for DJ. So what's your next short-term goal? And then what's your BHAG, the big, hairy, audacious vision?
Yeah, man. So I want to build a tech company and do a 9-figure exit. That's the BHAG. The next achievement is unlocking a couple more verticals, meaning like industries that we're going to go into and disrupt with our AI technology.
Go a little bit more on that.
So building out the people that are going to drive that particular vertical. We call them channel managers. So I say, hey, you're in charge of the real estate division. Go grow this thing. It lives and dies by your success or failure.
Let's go to question number 9. In this interview, the deepest question of all, dude, this is the one. Question number 10. When's a time when you really messed up? And how did you handle it?
Yeah, this one hits a little close to home. When I was 27, I bought a fitness center. It was one of my most exciting endeavors. It was a $500,000 piece of real estate. I grew it from 100 members to 300 members in 18 months, and then I lost all of it. I lost it because I was moving too fast, and I didn't have the right people in my corner. Some of the biggest allies you can have as a small business owner is your CPA and your attorneys. And I say attorneys plural. You need more than one. Your contract law guy is not your litigator, right? And so what happened was I had a guy that came in. He wanted to buy the business. He wanted to buy the real estate. I didn't run the contracts past an attorney. I thought there was stuff in there that there wasn't. I ended up losing the entire thing. Luckily, my wife, Victoria, stuck with me through it. And but I can remember days, Keith, where I was in the fetal position on the couch just crying because I thought it was the end of me, man. I was but breakdowns create breakthroughs and onward and upward movement. The coolest thing about entrepreneurship, man, is in this game, there's no shot clock, there's no time clock. You can play this your entire life. And so the only time you lose is when you give up.
If you are looking for the greatest software ever to run your business on, go to getjobber.com/Keith. You can create proposals, invoices, collect payments, and track your entire business directly on the Jobber smartphone app. If you want to get a totally free trial of Jobber right now, open your browser, type in getjobber.com/Keith, and after the trial, if you decide to sign up with Keith's link, you'll automatically get 20% off your first 6 months. So what are you waiting for? Go to getjobber.com/Keith.
Dude, I feel that, bro. All right, let's get to the next question. It's very sentimental. Money aside and all that, what's the most fulfilling part of getting to do what you do, bro?
Yeah. Let me put the asterisk on it first. I think it's hard to be passionate about something that makes you broke, right? And so there's a balance between profits and passion. But money aside, helping people, man. My mission is to weaponize the next generation of business leaders and their teams. And so whether that be teaching them how to sell and communicate, how to be better business owners, how to market better and build their brand, any of the knowledge that I've got stored away in my head, if I can just use the gift that God's given me to either be on stage or be in formats like this and help people, dude, once your bills are paid and they're not coming on pink slips anymore, helping other people and making the world a better place, dude.
Bro, I've watched you keynote speak around the country, and I went to his Ignite event, and bro, you were on fire teaching. And a part during the event, DJ got choked up and started literally tears running down his face. He's like, there's no place I'd rather be right now in this business environment than with you, my people, bro.
That's it, man.
And I was sitting in the audience, tears in my face, bro. I love you, man.
Dude. Absolutely, man.
Heart of gold.
I love all you guys. That's why I do what I do.
Let's get to the next question. Dude, it's so like refreshing to hear somebody that's very talented, that's not just obsessed with money. What were you saying?
I was saying that I'm no theologian, but the good book says that he will call you to a higher authority. And in that higher authority, it's okay to say, hey, I'm placed here in this higher authority, right? That's what David had to believe when he went against Goliath, even though his brother tried to talk him out of it. But he doesn't put you in a place of higher authority to build your own ego and to build you up. He does that so that you have a gift to build his kingdom and do his work. And so, again, I'm no theologian, but that's my take on what the good book says.
Question number 11. Bro, you do speaking, you do coaching, you've mentored tons and tons of entrepreneurs. Can you give a quick case study or story of somebody that you've mentored or coached and they've gone on to really take your advice and have a ton of success?
Jeez, man, there's so many. I mean, I have people that reach out because of my book, Phenomenal Phone Calls, about how they improve.
I read that book, bro.
How they improve their cold calling skills. I had one guy message me. I did a seminar and I told him about colored envelopes with no return address. And he went home and did that. And he messaged me. He's like, hey, man, I closed a $20,000 account because of it. I've had other clients that, do their first 6 figures because maybe they just needed somebody in their corner that believed in them when they didn't, and their wife's nagging in the back of their ear, like, why'd you quit your factory job to go start a business? Now we're broke. And, as an entrepreneur, you need somebody that's going to encourage you and support you. I think that's a big, big piece of this. And so, yeah, man, the stories are endless. They're all online. Go to coachcarroll.com, check them out. But I don't do it for that. But it's cool to see the testimonies,
Fire, bro. Love it. All right, we're going to go to the 12th and final question. Come on. Question number 12, the final question, bro. This is the big one. Where can everybody find Coach Carroll, bro?
Yeah, man. So hashtag Coach Carroll, Carroll, not Pete Carroll, the coach of the Seattle Seahawks. We're recording this right now, so it's football season. He blows me out on my own hashtag. But you also can find me DJ_Carroll on Instagram, or just go to CoachCarroll.com. That's the best place to find all my resources. I got tons of free resources as well. My team and I put out a ton of content. So everything to help you guys grow your business.
You want to build a really professional, clean website. Now, you could spend tens of thousands of dollars on old school professional media advertising on TV and television commercials, but you need a dope website. Now, how do you build a website? There's a whole bunch of different options, and with the advent of AI, now you can build a whole website templatized out in 30 seconds, like with durable.co. It's an amazing website builder. Of course, once it builds it really fast, you go in and you update the pictures and images and the copy to make it match your proprietary business. But try Durable. I'm an ambassador of Durable, so if you go to durable.co and use the promo code Keith30 during the checkout, you'll save 30% off your first 3 months. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to build a really sweet website.
Hey, I hope you liked the show. And if you like the Untrapped podcast and you get value from it, can you please take a minute and go over to Spotify and leave it a well-worded positive 5-star review? It helps boost the rankings on Spotify so the show can get to more people. Therefore, these messages can get out to more people and inspire more people so then they can go out and start their small businesses and crush it and get to the next level. It's a huge deal. All right, I'll see you in the next show.